Okay, let's unpack this. There's a new contender, it seems, maybe looking to shake things up in the European electric vehicle market.
That's the word, yeah. From across the globe, the BYD Dolphin Surf.
Right, the Dolphin Surf.
And the early reports, looking at Fabio Gemelli's piece on Inside Heaves, suggest it could be a real disruptor, especially in that, compact, affordable segment.
Okay, so that's our mission for this deep dive then. We want to really get under the skin of this BYD Dolphin Surf.
Exactly. Look at the key features, the price, of course, and crucially, how it stacks up.
Stacks up against other EVs, but also those hybrids that are still very much in the mix.
Right. The goal is to give you the core info, the essentials, so you can figure out what kind of impact this car might actually make.
And the big question hanging over it all.
Can an EV priced like a hybrid really, shake the market up? That's what we're digging into.
Let's dive straight into that price then, because, well, it's certainly grabbed headlines.
It has. So in China, it's called the BYD Seagull.
Seagull, right.
And there, it starts around, what, 8,500 euros? Just incredibly low.
Which is, yeah, astonishingly cheap. But the European version, the Dolphin Surf, that's different.
Oh, yes. Big difference. It starts at 18,990 euros here
And that can creep up a bit.
to 19,490 euros with, on-road costs included. Still, quite a jump from the China price.
Huge jump. So
Yeah.
is that 19K-ish price still considered disruptive?
Well, according to the analysis we've seen, yes. It's being called potentially the perfect weapon for BYD in Europe's compact market.
The perfect weapon. Strong words.
It is strong, but think about it. It's directly challenging not just other, often pricier EVs, but also a whole load of popular hybrid models on price.
Okay, I see the angle. So that price increase from China is probably what,
There.
regulations, shipping?
Likely a mix of things, adapting it for European standards, safety regs, transport, import duties. It all adds up. But the core value proposition, it seems, is still meant to be aggressive.
Right, a head-on price fight with hybrids. But for compact cars, price isn't everything. Practicality is huge.
Absolutely essential in this segment.
So, size, space. What's the story with the Dolphin Surf there?
Okay, so it's a 5-door city car, but interestingly, only 4 seats.
4 seats, okay, noted. And length.
Just under 4 meters, 3.99 meters to be exact, which makes it about 30 centimeters shorter than the regular BYD Dolphin.
30 centimeters. That sounds like it would make a real difference inside. Less legroom, less boot space.
You'd think so, wouldn't you? But apparently the impact inside isn't as massive as that number suggests.
How's that work?
Well, the distance between the front and back wheels is only 20 centimeters shorter. It's 2.50 meters.
Ah, so they've kept the wheels relatively far apart for the car's overall size.
Exactly. Clever packaging. It means the interior space feels, well, pretty comparable to some larger cars, surprisingly.
That is clever, so it doesn't feel tiny inside despite looking compact.
It seems to be the case. And the boot capacity is actually a real standout feature for this class.
Okay, how much are we talking?
308 liters with the seats up, which is already decent for an A-segment car.
And with them down.
It expands to, get this, 1,037 liters.
Wow, over 1,000 liters. In a car under 4 meters long.
Yep, that's significantly more than many other small EVs.
That's actually quite impressive for hauling stuff. So what other EVs would you need to look at to get that kind of cargo room?
Good question. You'd probably need to step up to the B segment. Think the Renault 5 E-Tech Electric, maybe the Peugeot E208.
So bigger cars generally.
Or even those sort of almost SUV types coming soon, like the Fiat Grande Panda Electric or the Citroën EC3. They might offer similar boot space.
Right. So for pure luggage capacity in its size class, the Dolphin Surf seems strong.
Very strong,
Yeah.
especially if you often need to fold those seats down.
What about its immediate rivals then, the really small city EVs?
Well, if you look at the Dacia Spring, the Leapmotor T03, maybe the upcoming Hyundai Inster or the Fiat 500e, they generally have smaller boots.
Because they're shorter overall.
Primarily, yes. Their dimensions just limit the cargo volume more. The DR 1.0 EV is mentioned as being particularly compact and, well, not very spacious.
So the Dolphin Surf is bigger inside than those.
In terms of boot space, definitely seems that way, though it's worth remembering those rivals like the Grande Panda and EC3 that do have similar boot space.
Yes.
They also offer 5 seats. The Dolphin Surf is strictly a 4-seater.
Ah, okay.
Oh.
So that's the trade-off. Fewer people, potentially more luggage space.
Precisely. Depends what you need more often.
Got it.
Yeah.
Let's switch to features. That starting price, 18,990 euros for the active trim. What does that actually buy you?
Quite a bit, it seems. The standard kit includes 15-inch alloy wheels.
Alloys, not steelies. Okay.
Yeah. LED daytime running lights, too. Rear parking sensors, and a reversing camera.
Oh, camera standard. That's handy in the city.
Very. Also, air conditioning, keyless entry and start, electrically adjustable mirrors.
Sounds like a solid base spec.
Yeah.
There's the main convenience things. Anything else notable?
Yeah, there's also a rotatable 10.1-inch touchscreen.
Rotatable, like in other BYDs.
Exactly. Portrait or landscape. And importantly, adaptive cruise control is standard.
Adaptive cruise. On the base model. That is unusual at this price point.
It is. Definitely adds value, especially if you do occasional longer drives. Oh, and the launch color, that lime green metallic, is included in the price.
Okay. Bold choice. But seriously, that list sounds pretty generous for under $20K for an EV.
It really does.
How does it stack up against those hybrids it's targeting on price?
Yeah.
Say an MG3 hybrid or Suzuki Swift.
Well, that's the key comparison, isn't it? When you put the Dolphin Surf standard kit next to similarly priced hybrids, like, the MG3, the new Fiat Grande Panda hybrid, the Swift.
Correct.
The Dolphin Surf looks very competitive. BYD seems to be offering a zero-emission option without forcing you to sacrifice too many features you'd expect at that price.
So you might even get more kit than a comparable hybrid.
It's certainly possible, yeah. You get the EV benefits, no tailpipe emissions, potentially lower running costs, plus maybe more tech or convenience features than the hybrid alternative.
Okay, that makes the value proposition pretty clear. Now, what about under the bonnet? Or, well, under the floor? Performance, batteries.
Right, so it's front-wheel drive, and there are 2 power outputs available.
2 choices.
Yeah, a base version with 88 horsepower, that's 65 kilowatts, and then a more powerful option with 156 horsepower or 115 kilowatts.
156 horsepower. That's quite potent for a small city car EV, isn't it?
It really is, especially in the more budget-friendly end of the market. That higher power output, which comes with the comfort trim, is actually more powerful than many current competitors in Europe.
So that could mean it feels quite nippy to drive.
Potentially, yes. Could offer a more dynamic feel than some rivals.
And batteries. You mentioned 2 power levels. Are there 2 battery sizes too?
Yes, 2 battery options as well. Both are LFP-type lithium iron phosphate.
LFP, right? Known for being stable, safer, generally cheaper.
Exactly. That likely helps them hit that price point. The sizes are 30 kilowatt hours nominal capacity and a larger 43.2 kilowatt hour one.
Okay, 30 and about 43 kilowatt hours. How does the smaller battery fare?
Well, the info suggests that the base active version with that 30 kilowatt hour battery, its capacity, and therefore its range, is probably going to be slightly below the segment average.
Oh, okay, so the attractive entry price comes with maybe a bit less range than some others.
That seems to be the trade-off, yes. Something for you to weigh up depending on your typical journeys.
Makes sense. And charging speeds? Anything unusual there?
Doesn't seem so. The AC and DC charging speeds mentioned are described as being within the typical range for this class of vehicle. So no super fast charging, but likely perfectly adequate for daily use and occasional rapid top-ups.
Okay, so summing up this first look, the BYD Dolphin Surf really does seem like it could make some waves.
Absolutely. It feels like a very deliberate move to bridge that price gap between EVs and hybrids.
And it's not just the price tag, is it? It's that combination.
Right. Competitive price, yes, but also that surprisingly roomy interior, especially the boot.
Which is huge for the size.
Exactly. And a decent list of standard kit, even on the base model. It makes it a really compelling package if you're shopping for a compact car right now.
Plus, having those different power and battery options gives people choice.
Yeah, depending on budget, how much performance or range you actually need.
So this initial deep dive definitely leaves us with some big questions moving forward.
For sure. Like, how will the real world range actually hold up, especially on that smaller battery?
And long-term reliability. Always a question with newer brands entering market.
True. And maybe the biggest question of all, how are the established European car makers going to react?
Yeah, will they adjust their pricing, speed up their own affordable EV plans? It forces their hand, perhaps?
It could certainly apply pressure. It's definitely a development you'll want to keep an eye on as this whole EV market keeps changing so fast.
Absolutely. And it probably leaves you, the listener, thinking, what's most important when considering the switch? Is it maximum range? Is it the lowest price?
Yeah.
Features? Or maybe sticking with the familiar brand?
It really highlights those choices, doesn't it? Especially when an EV comes along that costs about the same as a hybrid. It's a fascinating time for car buyers.